his hip. Right? So if he's got a lot of pressure here, that's gonna do just as much to stop my elbow, okay, and kill it as anything else. So even if I have my forearm, just go back to sectoral, right? But he's got a good shoulder of justice, this isn't doing much for me because I can't turn my hips into him very effectively. Does that make sense? So I need to address this first. Okay? So if he's in a good sectoral, just give him grip your hands. Yep. And he's just squishing me. I need to attack. I need to get this pressure relieved. So I'm gonna take that hand, grab inside his shoulder, and pull my elbow to my ribs, to my hip, to try and relieve some of that pressure. Okay, then I can move my head a little bit. Right? Now I'm gonna do the same thing, trying to get my elbow in. I'm just not gonna let go of that shoulder. Okay, and my same arm motions and everything can start digging into those ribs, digging into that hip. Depending on how long they are, how they're shaped, I might be able to get just as good of a hip control as I did before. All right? So you may see where this is going. We've done these sweeps before. Okay? So I start getting my frame in, I start making space. He's got two options here to relieve this pressure. He can move his hips or he can move his head. So we've been doing where he moves his hips. We're gonna switch to where he moves his head. So he's gonna move his head to the other side of my forearm, and he's gonna snowplow my leg on the other side. So he switches his arm across. You see, Carl loves this one. Right, so he can still maintain the shoulder pressure. Okay, he's trying to get this elbow to the ground constantly. Yeah, reaching past, and now he's controlling my hips as well. Not a lot of attacks for him initially, but it's a really frustrating and good control position. And it allows him to move his hips around. Okay, so I need to do the same thing I was doing before and use my legs to shrimp. My frame here on his head is fairly useless now. There's not a lot I can do with it as long as this arm is bent under my head. There's some attacks we can do if we can start stretching them out, but for right now we're just gonna deal with this one. So I'm gonna take that hand from his head, I'm gonna swim underneath his shoulder and grab his tricep here. Okay, so I pin it to my body. Okay? Now I'm gonna do the intuitive thing and move towards him. I'm gonna try to run him over. Okay, what's he gonna do? Push towards me, and I switch my hips. All right, so I'm trying to lock his arms to me, get our hips attached, and then just like we were before when we were in our scarf, I'm gonna shrimp my hips underneath him. Cool? Yeah, you need to see it or you good? I'm good. So anytime somebody's in the snowplow position, whether they start here or whether they start here, I never want to let them get my knees turned. This is where I'm in trouble. So I'm constantly trying to get my hips pointed at the sky or at him. I'm going to trap his arm to my hip, and then I'm going to try to glue our hips together. Cool? I get a little bridge, and when he pushes back in, I'm going to shrimp my hips out.
Would that work if he like sinks his hips down? He doesn't like fall for that?
Not necessarily. Nope. That's why I want to push into him. Because if I push into him and he sinks his hips, right? If I'm here and I push into him and he just drops his hips back, and I'm going to shrimp again, and I'm going to start regard. Make sense? Good question. Yeah. So this is if he reacts like I want him to. A lot of this stuff is I'm going to try and set something up, right? I do it. I'm expecting a reaction. If he doesn't react that way, then I got to move to something else. Yeah. You guys good? Yeah. You see it again? Questions? My frame doesn't help. He snowplows. I'm going to get a hold of that tricep, pinch it to his hips, right? I start moving into him, let him drive through the knee. And then I set up, right? I'm set up for that arm bar, Kimura, whatever option I want to spin around the head. 1, 2, 3.